Okay, greetings everybody. Take your seats, please. Pull out your pens, get your paper, put your phones down. Rosie, put your phone down. Okay, here we go. Welcome to Romance University, the Professor's Lounge. My name is Benjamin Ayres, and you are the alumni. You also call me the Chancellor. You can just call me Ben, or Professor, or the Chance. Call me whatever you want. What we're going to do is I am going to answer some of your burning questions that you have about the movies that we make. So be sure to head over to our Instagram page. There's a link in the bio, and there's a form for you to fill out to ask questions. I've got plenty of questions already. Each episode will be 1 or 2 questions, depending on how long it takes me to answer them. I'll try not to ramble on too much, but I will try to get you as much information as possible. So let's just dive in. This is my first YouTube video. We're just figuring it out, working out the kinks. I have been a teacher for a very long time though, so it should be pretty smooth. The first question I have is, do you enjoy being an actor, and what size are your feet? All right, that was my question to myself, just making sure that the form worked. Yeah, I do enjoy being an actor, and they're size 10 and a half, 11, depending on the shoe. Thank you, Ben, for asking that. Now, first, actually, I want to try. I have a small team of people helping me here. I've got the little microphone, nice little suit, hair, makeup. Guys, can we try the infographic? I want to try to be, can you put the infographic up? Is that on my face? Oh, I need to step this way. Okay, I step here, and then you can use this space. Perfect, see? Okay, I like that. So drop it. So I'll use it when I need to, and for this question, I will use it. So this comes from Instagram handle Hallmark and Sweaters. So she asks, what is ADR and why do you guys appear to be doing it so often? ADR stands for Automated Dialogue Replacement. And there are many sound issues on set, as you can imagine. Sometimes it's technical, but usually it's a car honking in the background, planes flying overhead, construction, somebody yelling. Or there could be a situation where the scenes are just reordered and some of the words that you said no longer make sense, so you have to go in and redub them. But I'm going to give you an incredible example in the Santa class. Did you watch the Santa class? So there is a moment in the script where I walk out to the car with a mug of hot chocolate. And I actually want to talk about that because a lot of people have said, who would ever get into a car with an open mug of hot chocolate or coffee? And 4 days before I got a call to do Santa class, I was in Kelowna with one of my best old buddies, Peter Wojjanski. I went to high school with him and in elementary school, known him my whole life. We spent days out at the beach, going kayaking, doing all these fun things. And every morning we would get a coffee and he would just put it in an open mug. And I'm like, are you insane? Where is the travel mug? And he said, this is just how I drink it. And then he told me his boss used to bring an actual coffee pot and put it down in between the seats and then pour. Anyway, that seemed insane. And I remember saying, I'm going to put this in a movie. I did not put that in the movie. Russell Hainline wrote that into the script. And the first thing I did was take a screen grab of it and send it to Peter and say, aha, you, my friend, are not the only one. So let's go back. I'm walking out with the coffee cup, okay? And scripted, it says I walk out and I tap on the window and I get in the car. Okay. Now, when you're filming that, that's a long moment from the house all the way to the car. So I'm thinking, well, what would Dan be doing in this moment? He'd probably be so like chipper and happy and maybe singing a song. So I decided to sing a song on the walkout. And as I was walking out from the house to the car, I believe I said, it's beginning to look a lot like, and then I open the door and I get in and I say, good morning, in a sing-song. So what I said was, it's beginning to look a lot like good morning. That's what I said. Then we found out once the movie was being cut together, Lucy was like, Ben, you can't sing that song because we don't have the rights to that song. So I am in the studio booth. So basically what we have is a microphone. I'm watching myself and I have to come up with something else to say. So she suggested, which was a great idea, that I just say it. It's beginning to look a lot like good morning. We tried it, it just didn't work because I wouldn't just say that. It's a song that you would sing. So we're like, well, what else could we do? So what's in the movie is what we then ended up coming up with, which is something like, I'm coming. It's a good. So if you notice my lips, they're definitely not going to be synced because I was singing a song. And then I get in and I say, good morning. And then we go back into it. So I want to show you right now what I'm talking about. All right. Here is the actual scene.
I'm coming, I'll be right there. She's right on time. Good morning.
Does that work when it's small like that, or do you want me to? Maybe I'll do it full screen. Let's go full screen.
I'm coming, I'll be right there. She's right on time. Good morning.
Shouldn't have sung the song. That's something you learn. I didn't know. I couldn't sing that song. None of us knew. Thought it would be a fun way to enter into the scene because you have to imagine where you're coming from before you're walking into a scene. I just made this big cup of hot chocolate. I wanted to walk in and be really happy. So then we changed it and it works. But when I watch it, it bumps for me. And there are many lines throughout the movie. Like there's a moment when in the script and when we filmed it, I said, well, Santa Claus is tomorrow. Oh, no, we're going to take them to the mall. Mall day is tomorrow. Then we ended up switching a couple of the scenes in the edit. So tomorrow didn't make sense anymore. So we had to cut it in a way where I say, mall day is coming up soon. Now, the lips don't sync to that. So what we do is we cut away from myself and we show Kim's character hearing what I say. This happens in movies all the time. This is constantly happening. Once you start putting the movie together, you have to figure out your specific through line. And what you can actually do is you can add information into a movie that wasn't in the script to make things more clear because potentially the actor didn't say it properly on the right day, or what happened is that it just doesn't make sense. So it happens on every movie. I've done it. I love doing it. You can change the performance. I was so lucky because I did 85 episodes of Saving Hope, and this was a hospital procedural, very difficult show to make, very technical. So oftentimes our pronunciation might be off on a word, or again, just for clarity. But I got so used to and loving it that I really enjoy going in because you can go in and tweak the performance a little bit and make it all just a little bit tighter. And you can also change the inflection because oftentimes they're using different takes of the same scene. So as an actor, you're watching it going, but that's not the same take. And I want to have kind of a continuity in my cadence, or it was coming out of a moment that doesn't quite sound right. So you can go in and tweak those kinds of things. And this just makes the overall experience better for the viewer. Great question. I think that's like almost 10 minutes. So I was thinking these would be 5 to 10 to 15. I don't really know how long they're going to be. This is our first one. Thank you for being here. Don't pick up your phones just yet, but make sure, I think these are the things I'm supposed to say. Comment below, like it, and subscribe. This will help the algorithms, I'm told. I listened to a couple podcasts and talked to some people. Apparently algorithms matter. Anyway, my name is Benjamin Ayres. They call me the Chancellor. You can call me the Chance. You can call me Ben. You can call me Professor. You are the alumni. Thank you so much for joining us in the very first episode. I'll figure out the kinks as we go. Class dismissed.